Today, I'm going to take a look at how CEOs can lock in rock-solid integrity. CEOs working to evolve as conscious leaders focus on how expanding and deepening our awareness can help us make wiser decisions. We look for ways to enhance our awareness and practice applying that greater awareness in all areas of leadership so that we can arrive at better outcomes. In this video, we'll look at practical ways to ensure we're in integrity so that our decisions are wiser and less likely to come back and bite us in the butt. But first this. It's obvious that operating with high integrity is a core aspect of being a great leader, and decisions that flow forth from being in integrity are inherently wiser. It's also not hard to see why CEOs who regularly demonstrate integrity in action inspire their teams to have a reputation for being trustworthy. This type of leadership results in much more magnetic companies to which top talent will be drawn, something that's way more challenging today than ever. But how do we get there? What does it take to be a leader who truly embodies integrity? A conscious leader who steadily acts in accordance with higher personal and professional values. Conscious business leaders are sincere in their commitment to acting with integrity. Being aware helps us see through these subtle illusions we may have unknowingly designed to convince ourselves that what we're doing is right when our conscience knows it's not. This is not because we're bad people. It's just that ego has a way of sneaking in and generating mind-made illusions in service of fulfilling its endless need for more. We're human, and every one of us faces situations that can test personal integrity. The more aware we are of the types of situations in which we tend to be at risk of breaching integrity, the better. This increase in clarity and self-awareness can allow us to see potential risks for breach on the horizon, and this will dramatically reduce the chance of getting caught in a breach of our own making. Rather, we remain fully able to operate at our best, from which we can select a path of action aligned with our higher values. Thus, conscious leaders committed to operating in integrity will actively seek to optimize self-awareness and situational awareness as well, in service of being able to properly assess the wisest course forward, that which is aligned with our values and best serves all involved. Now let's dig a little deeper. Being absolutely honest with ourselves is essential, and in order to do that, we need to let go of any tendencies having to do with fooling ourselves, like pretending we're in integrity when we're not. Like I mentioned earlier, we're human, and we've all at one time or another tricked ourselves into being able to justify doing something or getting something we want, even when doing so was out of alignment with our values or our commitments. These commitments that we've made to ourselves or others. Easy examples to portray this would be to look at the time you committed to working out regularly, but you didn't. Or those times you committed to eat, drink, or drink less, but violated that commitment instead of staying good to your word. The only way we can pull off such unwise behaviors is either to be so unconscious, so unaware that we don't even know we're violating our values or commitments, or by blinding ourselves to what we're really doing so we can get away with doing what we want to do. Now, of course, we don't truly get away with anything. There's always a price to be paid for such behaviors. If the behavior is to eat more ice cream, the scale and our bodies will reflect that. If it's to cheat on our partners, the truth may or may not come out, but unless we're pathological in some way, we'll be haunted by our actions and by the secrecy. So we have to be sufficiently self-aware to be able to notice when some rogue force within us is strategizing to do something that violates our values or commitments. We have to be able to be sufficiently self-aware to be able to see when some force within us is strategizing to do something against our values or commitments. With awareness, we can be vigilant and minimize the chance of blinding ourselves to these types of self and company sabotaging behaviors. Let's walk through how to raise your awareness in this way. This will be experiential, and we're going to walk through a brief process. Put down whatever you're doing and pause for a moment, taking a slow, deep breath. This next part isn't about beating yourself up. It's about gaining insight to your inner workings. Now, remember back to a situation in which you dimmed or turned aside your awareness in service of getting what you wanted, but at a cost of a greater good. A self-serving choice at odds with your higher values. What were the outcomes? How did making that choice in violation of your values feel? Did you try to avoid thinking about that? Did it change how you viewed yourself, your ability to sleep well? Now, just let that memory fade away for right now. Now, scan for a similar situation, but one in which you are operating with a higher degree of integrity and chose a healthier, wiser option or greater good in alignment with your values. What were the outcomes there? How did it serve you and others? Did it strengthen you? How did making that choice in alignment with your values feel? And how did you perceive yourself following that? And did you sleep well in that scenario? And now let that one go too. Evolving as CEOs, we're more and more able to honor our ironclad commitments to be authentic and transparent with ourselves, to acting with the utmost integrity as models for our teams and communities. This, in part, is what can bring about profound change in our roles as leaders and beyond. The more you pay attention to your inner workings, what's driving you to act, the more you'll be able to remain aligned with your deeper values. And this is what's truly life-changing, leadership-changing. There's a lot more content on the evolvingceo.com website, as well as info on how we can connect. I'll leave the link down below so you can check it out. May our thoughts and words and deeds be aligned with our values. Peace.